Today I would like to discuss why I think Halo 4's campaign is underrated for the most part by majority of the Halo community because I think people kind of were a little too harsh on it, and I'll give my reasons why. If you disagree with it, that's okay. That's okay. Believe me. But if you agree with me, great. You know, but I'm not one to get upset over feelings. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, this is a example like where Chief and Cortana first land on Requiem. So in this is like where Chief noticed that something was wrong with Cortana, and it really starts kind of exploring the relationship between the two, and Chief's character as a whole. As time goes on in the events of Halo 4, I think I think part of the reason is like why people may not have liked that aspect because it would be confusing for people who did not read the books and lore and all that. And second, because the Bungie games, made you feel like you were the Master Chief, like you were a vessel, basically, like you were behind this helmet, and when it turns out there's actually a real, person behind under that helmet, and I think that's part of the reason why that was a flaw for people, because they're so used to how, Bungie told the story revolving around Chief in their games, and so I can understand why people disagree, but I think I think Chief has always been more than just a vessel for the player, and as someone who who understands the lore, I enjoyed that they actually explored Chief's character a little bit in Halo 4 a little bit. So sadly, like, Chief ended up boring in Halo 5, but maybe that's for another video though. Now this mission right here is probably my favorite out of Halo 4's mission, and I'll tell you why. Because it had a heavy emphasis on vehicle combat, which only a few missions had put an emphasis on vehicle combat in Halo 4, because I think most of the missions were very linear, and I can understand why. It's because 343 made that choice to go so ham on the visuals in 4, and have it be like, the swan song for the 360 in terms of visuals, because because of that, they had to make cuts in other areas like AI, level design. Heck, there was actually some cut missions where you were supposed to go to Installation 03. Unfortunately, that didn't make the final version of the game, which I think it should have. Though, because almost every Halo game, until 4, had you of the main series, the main trilogy and all that, you were on a Halo ring at least at some point in a Halo game, that involves the Master Chief. So and it was crazy that until Infinite now, we did not go to Halo Ring for, I guess, 13, 14 years. So, but yeah, so this one's right here is like where you actually start seeing Cortana question, herself and Chief, really, ponders the question, which one of them is the machine? I think that kind of hits home where, character development comes from, and I also liked at the end of 4, Chief actually, ponders that himself at the end of the game, after her quote-unquote death, which is a shame because they completely destroyed that and brought her back for no freaking reason in 5, which that, obviously made everybody angry because it made no sense. So, but yeah. Also, in this mission, this was really cool. really cool what they did. Like where you could actually, officially. I'm not counting glitches or hacks, whatever, because I know Reach lets you do that, but that was an Easter egg though. Most people probably, without finding on the internet, they probably wouldn't have known that was a thing. So, so I thought that was really cool. Sure it could have been implemented better. I get that, but for what it was really really cool that they actually did that. So I know like I know there's also a broadsword in the last mission of Halo 4, which that was really cool. Like you get to officially do it, and also uh this is from 343's games as a whole. The art style is another reason I think people disliked Halo 4 and 5 as a whole. Another reason is because the art style in most cases did not fit what Halo was, in the Bungie games, like at all. So I think that's another reason why. And here's
Cortana, can you access the station's defense system?
Very important.
They're not responding.
Cortana.
Chief, it's... Are you okay? I monitored the data pulse. I could hear them. What was left of them?
We need to move.
These people are gone.
And more will follow if the Didad reaches Earth.
They'll pair you with another AI. Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them.
That's not going to happen.
It won't be me. You know that, right? Spinning up a broadsword in Hangar C-11. Whatever the librarian did to you obviously worked.
Cortana. It's not over. Not yet.
Not yet.
And like I said right here, broadsword. I think this was an excellent addition for for a mission, and it kind of builds up for somewhat for your final encounter. And obviously, it was great to hear that Lasky replaced Del Rio, because that dude was I'm gonna put it this way, and ask a jerk for how he treated Chief, the man who freaking saved the human race. But so I was glad to see that Chief actually stood up, for himself and Cortana when that whole thing went down. But all in all, I really do think Halo 4's campaign is underrated, and that's my reason why. Mainly because it actually explored, they expanded lore a bit. Like, it could have been done better. It really could have been done better. Like, absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. Like how Didac, the Didac was used. So they could have explored him better a little bit. a little bit as well, but that was down to, you know, the kind of the whole expanded lore, because people got confused because they never heard of them really, outside of the lore really that much. So that was kind of another reason why. Anyway, so I think Halo 4's campaign is like a solid 7.5 out of 10 in my personal opinion. So it's definitely way better than Halo 5's by like a long shot in terms of plot. But Halo 5 beats it, and like from a pure gameplay level design aspect, at least to me anyway. So anyway, I think that's it for me. I think that's it here. So if you like and enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you personally think of Halo 4, whether it's, you know, positive, you know, it's positive or negative. So leave your comments down below. I will be responding, you know, when I see them. So I'll see you guys later, and have a good one.